there. What's up, my bad millennials? It's still Black History Month, and we are not just looking back, we're celebrating Black excellence that's happening right now. Because history isn't just about what's in the textbooks, it's what we're witnessing in real time. And let me tell you, this year's Black History Month, it hits different. Okay, in fact, this is the blackest Black History Month I've ever experienced since Barack was my president. Okay, we're talking Kendrick Lamar shutting down the Super Bowl stage, Jalen Hurts and his very black Philly Eagles winning the Super Bowl by halftime, Beyonce finally getting her long overdue AOTY, as well as becoming the first Black woman to snag the Best Country Album Grammy, and Doechii manifesting her way to becoming the third woman ever to win Best Rap Album. Okay, so let's get into it and the Black excellence of 2025 so far. So, first off, we have to talk about Kendrick Lamar, the GOAT, Pulitzer Prize winning Kenny. You just can't play with him because now look where we are. When he hit the stage, it felt like a real moment. Seeing not even just a rapper, but this type of he's an artist, with the level of lyrical and cultural impact that was actually not just entertaining us, but teaching us in real time, you know. And this was like bigger than the Kendrick versus Drake beef, even though Kendrick did win 5 Grammys in one night, uh, literally the Sunday before that Super Bowl. But this is what happens when you let your work speak for yourself and honestly just let the haters be your fuel. They can downplay you, question your place, but Kendrick is like living proof of letting the work talk. Okay. So, I mean, even just having Samuel L. Jackson narrate the whole performance as Uncle Sam, which is really just showing us how Black Americans are playing the game, of surviving America. And, Uncle Sam always like, oh, wait, make sure it's like nice and calm and chill. You don't want it to be too ghetto, too loud. And so Kendrick starts off with a rap saying, you picked the right time, but the wrong guy, and the revolution will be televised. He's like, we're showing the revolution on TV right now. And honestly, even like the setup of the Super Bowl stage was a whole like PlayStation controller, I think. And also harken back to the idea of Squid Games, of, the capitalistic game where people are literally dying just for a chance at like surviving. And that's kind of America for Black Americans, really. Like, if you don't play the game correctly, any wrong step, you're gone. Like, that's why Uncle Sam, every time Kendrick stepped out of line, like, especially when Kendrick was really trying to get the message out there, Uncle Sam was like, scorekeeper, deduct one life. That's honestly the line that Black Americans have to tiptoe every single day, from code switching to making sure that you and your people are safe, to following whatever laws or policemen are saying straight to you while you're at a traffic stop, or whether you're just walking down the street to get Skittles. Okay. So Kendrick really, he's Black excellence because he's not afraid to break the rules and play the game the way he wants to play it. And throughout the performance, he plays like soft, lyrically pleasing songs like him and SZA doing All the Stars and all that, and him rapping his humble track. But when it really comes down to it, he said, this is bigger than the game. This is bigger than the music. This is bigger than the failed promise that America gave newly freed slaves, the promise of 40 acres and a mule, which was a promise that was broken. And America was like, you know what? You guys figure out how to make this country work for you now that you're free, but we're not giving you a leg up. And so Kendrick's performance, while entertaining, represented more than just, oh my God, Super Bowl, and oh my God, him and Drake have beef. It's really like how we must continue to survive and strengthen our communities and not let these colonizers, these Drakes of the world, just love us for our culture, but not give two craps about our Black bodies. So honestly, Kendrick should be the center of all dissertations this upcoming year. There should be university courses on this man and his work ethic and just how honestly this is bigger than the music. And with the way the country is now, politics aside, like we have to really just be aware, open our eyes, turn our TV off, like Kendrick says, and participate in our democratic process. Be informed, not by TikTok and Instagram influencers, and make sure to vote, 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 vote. I mean, we only have this power because of the people before us who fought for our rights and this power. And this power is not a given. Okay. We've got a crackhead in office declaring himself king right now. So, history is going to bypass those who just sit and watch. Okay. We have to turn the TV off, not let media control our minds, and make the informed decisions to continue to protect ourselves and our way of life and making the world a better place. There goes my peace talk. But yeah, Kendrick, I don't know. And also, like, on a lighthearted note, I cannot wait for Kendrick's tour, which I have tickets to, with SZA. Um, I've never watched a Super Bowl show so many times over and over and over again in succession and enjoyed so many Easter eggs. I mean, from the all black dancers, to them making the American flag with their backs, and which is kind of symbolizing, how America was built on the backs and bodies of Black people and slaves. I mean, the White House was built by slaves, the commentary there, to even like Serena Williams popping out and doing a dance that literally got her fined and criticized so heavily in her own sport that she is literally the queen of and has like Olympic gold for her being so ostracized for doing that one dance. And yet she's able to come out on Super Bowl and do it and be celebrated for representing her culture, representing Compton, representing where she's from. Again, bigger than, oh, she's Drake's ex. Like, no, this is respect right here. The way the way Kendrick's mind works and his amazing choreographers, like that was fantastic. And I really hope that he gets like, can you get an Emmy for the Super Bowl performance? Like, because that was, again, it's already being studied across the TikToks, but that should be put down in the history books at the very least. So I am looking forward to all that Kendrick gives us on this tour. And yeah, I don't think anything's gonna top that at the Super Bowl. Not ever, not moving forward. So stream Kendrick. Okay, next of Black excellence of Black History Month 2025, the long overdue of it all, Beyoncé. The Beyoncé Giselle Knowles Carter. After years, decades really, of being snubbed, the Grammys finally put respect on her name and gave her Country Album of the Year and Album of the Year, and also Best Country Duo with Miley Cyrus. Overall for Cowboy Carter. Beyoncé has had the most Grammys of all time. And like Jay-Z had said, the previous Grammys, but somehow never won Album of the Year. It did, even by their own logic, it didn't even make sense. But finally, something shifted, and what we in the Beehive have all known, Beyonce is music. And Cowboy Carter, it took her to go outside of her genre, outside of the box that they want to put her in, and go to something completely different, country music, and creating Cowboy Carter, proving that Black artists started country music and they can reclaim country music and they are country. And she told y'all this isn't a country album, it's a Beyonce album. And Beyoncé, like Kendrick, also educated us so much. And when she does something, she does at the highest level. and she reminded the world that Black artists built country music. And there's like so many critics saying, oh, well, she had so many people on her album, like writing it and producing it. She thinks bigger than that. Everyone on the album has a Grammy now for country because they were on the album, because she brought them in. Because now you have like new first time young Black country stars actually going up the Billboard Hot 100, and having the top number one songs. Shabuzi is out there. Um, you know, Buckle Bunny, like it was one of my favorite songs, not by Shabuzi. Who did Buckle Bunny? Let me get her name out there. Tanner Adele, another one, like amazing country artist. And even like the history and like the intricacies of how country music even influences other things, other genres of music. It's fantastic. And the fact that Beyonce is so iconic that she has other iconic artists on this album and bowing down to her, Dolly Parton, um, who else is on here? I have not like studied up the history of Cowboy Carter. Willie Nelson. Let's see who else. Oh my gosh. Linda Martell, which is apparently country music's like unsung hero. She finally has her very first Grammy now. Dolly Parton, of course, Rhiannon Giddens, Brittany Spencer. Oh my gosh. Raina Roberts. Like there's just so many amazing like vocalists and artists in country that you may or may not have known that also were on Cowboy Carter and influenced the sound. And of course, Miley Cyrus. So yeah, this album itself was like a gift and a huge like shock. I think it's obviously going to go down in history as one of the most legendary albums in country music, but it is just like such a beautiful package of art that, kind of gives a journey through country music. And it tells the story of America again from, Blackbird and how, there needs to be more encouragement on to keep trying to have your faith, to keep on hoping even in this American dream, to like Protector, the Two Most Wanted, how there's going to be, there's strength in having a partnership with your ride or dies or over your family. Like Beyonce sings to her youngest daughter, Rumi, to, you know, the fun ones with like Post Malone and Shabuzi just like celebrating how fun country music can be. It's not all bang bang shoot 'em up, key your car and the guy's wailing about some woman. Like it's deeper than it's the fabric of America. So I have never personally been a country fan, but when Beyonce does something, she does it right. And lesson learned from this whole Cowboy Carter experience is like your flowers may come late, but if you keep being an undeniable force, they will come. They will come. So that's all I gotta say about that. Not really actually. Her concert prices way too high, way too unaffordable, unattainable. And I look forward to everybody posting the full concert on TikTok, YouTube, etc. Also, conspiracy theory hour. If you guys saw Beyonce's Cowboy Carter like post for like all of the cities that she's going to tour, Las Vegas is the last one on that list. And yet, if you go to Ticketmaster or anywhere you get your tickets, Las Vegas is not a concert date. So, do you guys think that Las Vegas, because there's no mistakes when Beyonce's involved, like none, bar none. So, do we think that she's going to be doing a residency in Las Vegas? Do we think she's going to do a special performance in the like sphere, or do we think like what's going to happen in Vegas at the end of all of these dates? I just or another theory that I've seen popped up is Vegas going to be the start of Act 3? which we've all seen that's been highly like thought to be the rock era, you know, Chuck Berry and so forth. And like, you know, if you the Lemonade, she had that one rock song with what's his name? White Lemonade. Google don't fail me now. Um it's like, who the fuck do you think I am? You don't face on my Louis knit boy. It just took that big ass a big kiss, boy. Tonight I'm fucking up all your shit, boy. Mm, do you don't hurt yourself. Dun, 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 dun. Jack White, there it is. See, I know the song. It just takes me a minute to remember. Yeah, but if you listen to Beyonce's Lemonade 2016 album, which also should have won AOTY, Don't Hurt Yourself featuring Jack White was one of her like forays into rock music. Oh my gosh. And so we're thinking, you know, Beyonce with these three acts, she's really uncovering what Black artists have started in America. You know, first we had the Renaissance era, and the pop and the ballroom and the got, where's my fan, to country music has always been Black music, to now rock music. Black people started rock. They created rock. So we're thinking that's what's going to happen for Act Three. It's all but confirmed at this point. But Las Vegas being the last one on the map, like this is my Roman Empire right now. Where is Las Vegas? Where are the Las Vegas dates? I don't see them anywhere. I'm very annoyed because I want to do Vegas. I'm in California, so Vegas would be pretty close to me too. So, and it's the last locale on the list. So, have I ranted long enough about this yet? Like, do you think Beyonce's gonna drop what Las Vegas is about by the time this episode drops? I don't know. Oh, freaking out. But I'm excited. I'm excited either way to see what she has next. I'm kind of done with the all of these product drops. I can't afford any more Sacred. I can't afford any more perfumes. I can't. I might like I have the album, okay? I have the album right here. I have Cowboy Carter right here. Outside of that, and maybe like buying a Cowboy Carter shirt, because I do have Renaissance shirts. I don't know what more she can take from me besides my tax money, tax refund money. So yeah. But anyway, still love you, Beyonce. Okay. Next up in Black Excellence of 2025, Black History Month, Doechii. You guys, this woman is like the example of speaking your success into existence. Doechii won Best Rap Album of the Year, the third woman to do it at the Grammys, only after Lauryn Hill and Cardi B, which is elite company. And her manifestation moment was like years ago. She posted videos of herself on YouTube, um, you know, talking about her getting fired from her job. I think she was like working at a fast food company or something. And she was like, that's okay, because I'm going to make it and I'm going to be famous one day. And now what? She's a Grammy Award winning artist. That is the power of belief. She, in that YouTube video, I remember her saying, you know what? I'm just going to like walk up to a record place and like ask for an internship, like, and see what I can learn. And honestly, she has taught herself how to rap, how to create, emote, like share. Like, honestly, I love her album. Alligator Bites Never Heal. And it's a mixtape. It's not even like a full like album, it's a mixtape. And in her acceptance speech, she said, you know, I put my heart and soul into this mixtape. I've bared my life. She was fired from her job 5 years ago, and now 5 years later, she becomes the third woman to ever win uh, the Grammy for Best Rap Album. Like, if that isn't inspiring, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what else is, you know. And even in her speech, she's just like talking directly to Black women too, and she's like, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and anything is possible. She's like, I know that there's some Black girl out there, so many Black women out there who are watching me right now, and I want to tell you that you can do it. Anything is possible. Okay. You are meant to be where you're meant to be. You are meant to be how you are meant to be. And you're not too Black, too loud, too this, too that. You belong in any room that you deign to walk into. Okay. And she just shut it down. And even her performance was amazing on the Grammy stage. She was doing like upside down splits while rapping. She was balancing herself in splits on top of like male dancers' heads. Like, oh my God, she's really cool. I cannot wait to see her journey, of course, as well. And just like seeing what else she creates for us. But she's like inspiration personified. She is from, where is she from? She said Florida. And she's like, there's so many people in Florida who are, famous. And I'm not famous, but who should be famous and who are great. And for her methods to success, she like dedicated her life to sobriety, and she was like, God told me that I'll be rewarded, and he showed me just how good it can get. She's from Tampa, Florida, from the swamp. She called herself the swamp princess, and she was like, there's so much culture in Tampa, and labels need to go to Tampa because there's talent there. But also she's just like, she's also, again, she spoke to us, but I think she was also reminding herself that you should never let anyone project any stereotypes on you and tell you that you can't be here, because you are exactly who you need to be right where you are. Like I just need to like tattoo that on myself, honestly. That is such a amazing reminder, because I think, again, we can always be our worst critics, but also it's so easy to like let the outside voices come in and affect us. And so, honestly, just to keep it pushing and to focus on your strength will get you through like so many trials and tribulations. And from like Doechii to Kendrick, like they basically have like a hero's journey. And it shows how, you know, how strong you can be when you take a bet on yourself and you believe in yourself. Like, it sounds corny, but it's so true. Say it, claim it, and move like it's already yours. And you have to believe it before it actually really happens. That's just so powerful. And I need to start like tweeting or putting on threads tweets of me saying that I'll be rich one day, so I can repost them when that actually happens. Yeah. Let's see, another Black history excellence moment of our time right now is one, I don't know, you might not expect this one, but Keke and SZA, they proved that Black women can lead box offices too. Okay, so like let's talk about them breaking records with their movie One of Them Days, because Hollywood has been acting like Black women can't carry a comedy, and they just proved them wrong again. Okay, a Black female led comedy made money, and they have been, I think it was like 100 or like 90%, 99% like certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, it's just such a fun movie, and it's SZA's very first lead in a movie. I think it's her first time actually acting in a movie ever. And so like their chemistry popped off. I think it was when Keke was hosting SNL, and everybody was like remarking online like, oh my gosh, their chemistry is just so natural, authentic. How they've been friends this whole time. And luckily enough people saw that I got to Issa Rae. And we know Issa Rae of Insecure fame and all of that. And producing Black excellence every day. Miss I root for everybody Black. Miss Issa Rae decided to take a chance on them and produced this film, and had a first time director, Black director, direct this film. And one of those days, just like a funny buddy comedy, basically they're trying to make rent on time so they don't get kicked out. Is like the main shtick of it all. But there's like so many hijinks and such a journey of like, how am I going to secure this rent money while also being a good friend to my ride or die, to figuring out the pitfalls of like having a crush and falling in love, to like almost like friend betrayal, and like how far would you actually go for your friends. but all while being funny. I mean, Cat Williams is in it. And SZA does like a lot of actual really good physical comedy work as well. Like it's wild. And we of course already know Kiki's journey from like child star, from Aquila and the Bee, to True Jackson VP to a boss now. Like she's been producing, acting, and showing y'all that she's just like a once in a lifetime generational talent. She's already won, I think, was it Emmy for like some game show called Passcode or Password, which Emmy found. But she's amazing. And I think like a lesson with both Keke and SZA, is like you don't need permission to be great. You just need an opportunity. And when you get it, you make it undeniable. Okay. You run with that opportunity and you show them why they've been missing out this entire time. And even though Keke and SZA are already like, it feels like at the heights of their careers, there's still limits. There's still people doubting them just simply because they're Black women. And simply because in Hollywood, they're not seen as what's mainstream, what's going to work immediately without, oh, they're having to be a white lead or, oh, us having to like dim it down. Like, no, it was so funny and so real and so Black. I cannot wait until unless it's already online, but I cannot wait to like download it, watch it over and over again because it is definitely one of the classics, I've got to say. And I'm so glad we're producing more fun Black films that aren't going to be like a tragic, 12 years a slave type shit. Like I'm so glad that I just like get to relax and enjoy the beauty and gifts and talents of just being Black, and having fun and having real relationships between Black women. So that was a beautiful gift. Highly recommend you guys going out and watching one of them days if it's still in theaters near you, or if you can rent it wherever movies are still rented. Hopefully it pops out on Netflix later this year. Who knows? But yeah. And also in that relationship, who would you be? Would you be the Keke of the relationship who was like more of the, oh, I've got it all together. I've got my full-time job. I've, make sure I'm paying the rent, make sure I'm, helping out my mama, helping out my friends, got it all pulled together. Or are you the SZA of that relationship? The one who goes off by vibes, is an artiste, and has a really, really big soft spot for fuckboys and guys who just really take your beautiful heart and soul for granted, but loves your friends down. So which one are you? Are you the Keke or the SZA of that one of them days relationship? I gotta know. So yeah. And honestly, in closing, if there's one thing we've learned from this year's Black History Month moments is that Black greatness is inevitable. Whether it's Kendrick proving his artistry, Beyoncé finally getting her due, Doechii manifesting her success, or Keke and SZA dominating the box office, the blueprint to Black excellence is there. Bad millennials, if you're sitting on a dream and you're doubting yourself, like let's take notes from them. Let's speak it into existence, keep showing up, and let the work talk. Okay? Because history isn't just in the past, it's what we create right now. It's us, it's in us every day, right now. We are part of the fabric of Black excellence and Black history. So let's continue to believe in ourselves, know that we belong in any space that we put ourselves in, and we can continue to be great. So that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved it, please tag me at Bad Millennial Pod on Instagram. I'm on Threads _Bad Millennial _ on Twitter. Go ahead, like this on YouTube, subscribe, set up your alerts, send it to a friend, keep the conversation going. And yeah, I will see you next time. Same place, same Bad Millennial energy. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Bad Millennial. If you like this episode, make sure to leave a rating and a review and subscribe so you never miss an episode.